HP. Thinkers are great, but doers change the world.
Today, Mateo is an augmented reality powerhouse that works with iconic brands like Adidas and Lego. But the company started out small. Two scientists sharing a drink and a dream.
Nerds drinking beer, that's actually, I think that's a German thing. Everyone drinks beer here. So the nerds drinking beer actually had no knowledge about how to found a company because we were engineers by education.
It was just a great match that we met and had basically the same intentions.
A continent away from Silicon Valley in Munich, Germany, Thomas Alt and Peter Meyer were typical startup entrepreneurs, two guys in a room of computers. Their goal? To start an industrial-grade augmented reality firm.
We started with business plan competitions and fought hard basically to bootstrap the whole company. We didn't take in venture capital. At that time it was also very early. The technology was in a very early stage, and it's just now that it's really having a lot of potential and starting off. So the last years were quite a struggle to get the whole technology going.
Since those early days in 2002, the company has grown exponentially with 65 employees and offices on 3 continents.
We have done, in my view, a great job, basically not only watchguarding our innovation, but also continuously delivering innovation. Half of our engineering staff are actually not in product development, but rather in research and innovation.
And now Mateo is putting its cutting-edge technology right into our back pockets.
The wow effect you have with augmented reality, that we are bringing this same experience now to massive end consumers on mobile phones.
It's all about making it all easier, making the whole huge information space fit my current perspective, fit my current need. And this is actually something we need with more and more information being available day by day.
To see it in action, Mateo's Lisa Murphy took us for an augmented reality tour of downtown San Francisco.
For smartphones, that has a GPS, a compass, and a accelerometer. And those are the 3 critical things you need to overlay the content. Because the GPS tells you where you are, so it overlays the correct information. And then the compass and the accelerometer determines at which angle you're looking at a view. So when you're pointing your camera, the compass determines you're looking at that direction, and then the accelerometer tells you you're looking at that angle.
The application is called Genio. It's equipped with multiple channels, so when you launch it, you can decide what to look for. A bite to eat, a movie, some cash. The information is made available through a series of partnerships that Mateo has with different vendors, like Rofo, a commercial real estate company.
You have the ability to see what's available just by simply pointing your camera at a building.
If I was a small business owner in San Francisco and I wanted to find commercial real estate, how does this help me?
Not all of the listings have signs. So when you look to all of the office buildings, in every one of those buildings there are lots of available spaces and spaces that you wouldn't otherwise know were there if you were just walking around the street looking at signs.
Does this take a commercial real estate agent out of the picture?
It doesn't. It actually helps a real estate agent market their listings. If they don't have a sign on a building, it enables a broker and helps them connect directly with the businesses. It actually revolutionizes the way that you look for office space.
It's also made getting around much more convenient through its partnership with BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit System.
If they're out in the city looking for the BART station, they can just aim it in any direction and find out where the nearest station is.
How does Genio benefit commuters?
Once you're already down in the station, you've purchased your ticket and you're down here, you're kind of stuck. So if you can find out above ground when your train is coming, how many minutes you have to wait, then you can manage your time and know if you can stop off for a newspaper or you need to get right down into the system.
Smartphones allow you to carry around cutting-edge apps like Genio wherever you go. Still, the technology has its limitations.
The biggest limitation is the tracking technology, is the ability for the phone to figure out where it is relative to whatever it is in the world that you want to augment. The typical phone GPS will tell you at best where you are within a few meters, but more likely it's going to tell you within 20 meters or 40 meters. And so that's why we see a lot of these apps just sort of put information bobbling out in the world, because that's the best they can do. GPS is really bad in cities because of the tall buildings, which is where most of the people are and where most of the interesting apps are. And GPS reports very slowly, it gets affected by weather. That's not going to improve radically anytime soon.
We at Betaio are working strongly on additional algorithms using the camera image, analyzing the camera image to get an accuracy of under a meter. And our plan is to have a digital city somewhere in the world this year that will be possible to be tracked with a 1 meter accuracy.
With the company's latest product, you can create your own augmented reality experience.
Basically, Unify Design is a downloadable app which you download, you install, you connect your normal webcam, and you can take a physical object, like a piece of paper, for example, or a box, and associate a 3D object with it, and you, by holding up the box to the camera, view the 3D objects on the screen of the PC.
Architects are using it to show their latest building design to a possible customer in a real new and innovative way. Trade fairs are using it to, present products in a new, innovative way.
Allowing others to play with the technology is one of Mateo's core values. Its Junaio app is set up as an open platform. That means users are free to add their own channels to it.
We are seeing that artists, for example, are starting to think about what can I do with this kind of a mobile platform to create a really nice experience and have a new form of art created. Or, for example, another guy just created a YouTube channel and we didn't know about it. It just turned up in Junaio. So it's all taking off.
Coming up, aircraft maintenance made easy.
Notice how augmented reality helps me to perform this procedural task. I got my headgear on and I see my first step.
And we meet the pioneers of augmented reality.
My goal is to try to push the boundaries on the technology, push the boundaries on the science.